In my last video, I shared with you 5 tips to help you improve your fighting within Fortnite, but how much of an improvement can you make? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be talking you through multiple different tips, strategies, and important points which you need to listen to and take notes on in order to reach your full potential within this game. If you do enjoy and find this video helpful, please do drop a like and subscribe for more similar content just like this. My first point is all going to be about being committed and dedicated to the grind. Now again, if you do want to see optimum improvement from watching this video, please do make notes on the points which I'm saying. Now the number one reason why many people fail to reach their full potential within Fortnite is because they lack the commitment to the full grind. You see, just by you clicking on watching this video, you are showing that dedication which is needed to one day reach your full potential within this game, whether that be making an FNCS Grand Finals or possibly even a global championship, you just never know. But to reach your potential, you must be fully invested and focused on that grind. This is because there are going to come points throughout the process where you feel like giving up or that you may never be able to go pro within the game. This is where many players, not yourself but many others, would fall, quit and give up. But you have to show that commitment to the grind and you will overcome these setbacks and become a better player overall as a result. If you often are a player that thinks about going pro and improving at Fortnite every time when you come online, you're already showing that characteristics and dedication needed in order to be committed enough to see the results of your own hard work. Moving on to point number 2, it's all going to be about being strict with yourself. Now I've organised all these points so that they link together throughout the video. Now a crucial part of reaching your potential within Fortnite is the ability to follow a specific routine, day in, day out, without getting bored or frustrated with a lack of progress, for example. Now every time you come online, you must follow this same routine. For example, if you set yourself the goal of warming up for 45 minutes each day, I know this is quite on the low end, but let's just say 45 minutes. This should be structured into 15 minutes of aim, 15 minutes of edits, and 15 minutes of piece control, and you should follow this structure strictly. Therefore you're training each of your 3 fundamentals every time you come online. But you see, every time you don't train your aim or you can't be bothered to warm up, this represents a small setback which may allow other players who are properly following their routine to surpass you and for them to become the players that get their first earnings or the players that make their first Euro Cash Cup finals instead of you. It's very easy to say that you will train and practice certain aspects of your game each day, but showing the discipline needed to stick to this day in, day out is a skill which is crucial when trying to reach your full potential within Fortnite. Moving on now to point number 3, I want to talk about setting targets and goals for yourself as a player. Now the reason why is because setting goals and objectives for yourself is crucial because it gives you an aim to complete within a certain time period, whether that is just by the end of chapter 5 season 3 for example, or by the end of 2024. Now goals allow you to focus on what you want to achieve, whether it is as simple as just making your first solo victory cup finals, or whether it is like getting 350 points in a duo cash cup, which is insanely good by the way. If you do manage to successfully achieve your goal, you can then aim for something that little bit better. This could be getting your first earnings, for example. And in turn, this then creates a perfect step-by-step pathway towards your journey to reaching your full potential. The way you will achieve these goals though that you set is through following your routine and schedule, which you must have the commitment and dedication to follow day in, day out. Link back to the first and second point. As you guys can see, I hope that you can see how all of these points together in this video are beginning to link together. Now point number 4 is something that can be done outside of Fortnite, and this is building a group of like-minded people. Now you might be fortunate enough that you have this in your circle of friends in real life, or you might have to find people like this online. I do have a Discord community in the description down below which you can join if you want to find like-minded people. Now, it's important that we talk about how one player can identify weaknesses within the other player's gameplay and how they can teach them to improve, because this is why it's important that you have a group of like-minded people. Let's say one player in your group is struggling particularly with their aim and one player is struggling with their rotates. Each player can teach the other the crucial skills and tips which they have used in order to help them master this exact skill. This then creates a dynamic where even though each player is on their own grind, they can work together in order to help them all benefit and improve at the same time. As well as this, other players within the group can help motivate you to keep wanting to come online every single day, day in, day out, and continue grinding. This can then further help you towards achieving those goals which you have set for yourself in order to get your full potential. Moving on now, I want to talk about scrims and scrim practice. Now scrims are absolutely crucial if you guys want to improve. They are the most realistic tournament scenarios that you will get, with many scrim servers such as Noble Scrims, Oni, you having different tiers, allowing you to play and scrim against better players in your region depending on your skill. Now this is crucial if you guys do want to improve, because you see practicing scrims will allow you to practice the fundamentals which you have been practicing in your routine that you've been completing, whilst also replicating the same nerves and thought process you get whilst playing in those Duo Cash Cup or Solo Victory Cup tournament games. Now, scrims with teammates can also be really beneficial as well, because it can help improve your duo's chemistry. This is crucial in order to become a successful team, which will then benefit you when you go to play an FNCS qualifier or a Duo Cash Cup, for example. Now, it's crucial that when you die in scrims that you go back and review over your mistakes in replay mode and what caused you to die. This will allow you to identify key errors within your gameplay which may be causing you to be eliminated or put you in a bad situation, for example. Now, if this is a duo scrim, I would recommend you actually recording your gameplay yourself if you can on your PC with mic audio on if possible. This allows you to review how clear and correct the comms between you and your teammate were, and then what can be done to improve them. It could have been something simple as a basic miscommunication between you and your teammate that allowed you guys to be put in a bad spot and zone and then get lobby focused, for example. Identifying these mistakes can be crucial. You can then note them down and make sure to not make the same mistake again, helping you guys to improve your gameplay and, like I've said many times, reach your full potential. For point number 6, I want to talk about taking your opportunities that may present themselves to you. Now this could be something as simple as playing in every tournament which is hosted by Epic. Now there's no point being lazy and not playing tournaments if you're on this grind to improve and reach your full potential. Simply because someone else who is on their own grind will play this tournament and they will end up getting more experience and progressing faster than you. By taking your opportunities, and by this again I mean participating in every tournament, scrim, private tournament or any competitive event that you can, this will allow you to gain more and more experience, which will only benefit you on the road to reaching your full potential. You must continue on this grind. Now lastly, moving on to my final point, it's all going to be all about being patient. Now I have spoken about this a lot in my previous videos, but it's very important that you are aware that even if you practice 4 hours a day for something like 100 days straight, you're not magically going to turn into Peterbot. It just won't happen. This whole improvement and grind process for you to reach your full potential could take an extremely long time before you start to see the fruits of your labor. Or in other words, you could be grinding for ages and still have $0 earned. Don't worry guys, that's where I have been. But you see, what separates a lot of the upcoming pros and tier 3 players from the rest of us is that when they began this grind and when they started off with 0 PR and became impatient or unhappy with their progress at the beginning of their journey, they didn't do one thing. They never gave up. And the only way you can fail is through quitting. You have to understand that. If you don't quit and you continue grinding day on day, I guarantee you will look back in a year's time or even longer than that and be so grateful that you continued grinding. I've seen players in my very own community Discord server, again the link to that is in the description, go from having as little as 0 to 10 PR all the way up to 300 PR plus in just the space of a few months, and I'm confident their first earnings are right around the corner. But that is going to be all for me in today's video. I really hope this video has helped you out. If it has, make sure you've dropped a like and subscribe for more content coming up in the new season just like this. Peace out from me.